Alright, folks, we are back. This is the crater oak monster from the other day. I made the big bowl. This was the piece inside of it. I'm a glutton for punishment. Mostly I would normally just toss this, but I'm going to do a little reverse. I think if I put the bottom down here, start shaping this up, I can make something out of it. So I'm going to put this here, get it on the lathe and see what I can do with it. Worst that happens is we throw it in the fire heap. We all know that happens.
Ah. Now this is interesting. The usual approach would be to mount this blank with the future base against the faceplate. Unfortunately, this oak has developed a rather inconvenient pocket of rot exactly where that base should be. Most sensible woodturners would simply discard it. Zed, however, has elected to mount the blank backwards. He'll put the faceplate on the curved bottom, cut a tenon on what was meant to be the inside, then turn the bowl from the opposite direction so the rot becomes a feature instead of a fatal flaw. There is a lesson here. Rules exist for good reasons, but they're tools, not chains. The fool ignores them because he doesn't know better. The craftsman breaks them only after understanding exactly why they exist. I'm not saying Zed has become a master overnight. Let's call this an encouraging coincidence. Now, I leave the verdict to you. Has Zed uncovered a genuinely clever solution? Or is he merely taking the scenic route to disaster? Let him know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious whether you think this is inspired craftsmanship, or simply another example of Zed accidentally surviving his own decision-making process.
one benefit of this bowl, quote unquote, is I can see exactly how thick my bottom is. So I got about a ½ inch to go. I'm just going to keep it. I think it's kind of cool to see all the chaos in nature. So it may not ever serve as anything useful other than to look at, but I kind of like seeing what the biology's doing to the wood and all that good stuff. I mean, look at this crazy grain patterns.
1, 2.
All right, folks, there it is, number 464. I don't know, you tell me. Throw a comment below what you think of what I've done here. It's a pretty big void in the bottom of my bowl and through the wall, but I don't know, I kind of like working around these kinds of things and seeing what I can do with them. There's some amazing staining and spalting and stuff going on in here. There's also some really good swirling. So this grayer stuff was really giving me a hard time. It doesn't like to smooth out, and it takes damage real easy. I think I got through most of the really bad stuff. There's another beautiful swirls. So yeah, number 464. Stay tuned for that montage. Throw your comments below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.